first thing is we are unable to verify the aircraft that has been purchased in 2005, and we found a non-functional run-down aircraft very worth 231 million ringgit in hangars.
What is the impact on the account?
It impact on the non-current asset increase and also the equity increase.
So what is the next?
Yeah, the next problem is several debtors' confirmation letters were written because the address had changed their mailing address. So basically, this matter will lead to the increasing of current asset and also the owner's equity.
So in your opinion, what is the root cause of this issue?
I think this is because the company did not keep on track on its debtor change information.
So what is the next?
We also found a large sum of sales transactions with no supporting document. So it's majorly involved in small clients.
So all these three problems is increase the equity.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the fourth problem?
Yeah, another one problem is the loan received from Hong Kong-based company was found to be incorrectly recorded in the debtor's account. Mistakenly recorded by the person in charge, this will increase the amount of asset in the company but lowers the liability of the company, and this making the financial statement incorrectly prepared.
So what is the last issue?
The last is several abnormal transactions involving the purchase of aircraft by FCV, and offsetting the debtors' accounts were found in FCV books.
So this is the recording error.
Yeah.
And all this problem, I think this is because the weak internal control in the company.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your presentation. So we still have 2 weeks until to present to the audit committee. So now already late, so we dismiss here.
Okay. What about you, boss? What time you're going back?
I will stay and read back all the items.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning. Freight Cargo Berhad is a company started by Mr. Lee Lun Sim in the year 1997. Its primary activities is to provide flight service, chartered and leasing in the intra-Asia market. It is now the nationwide leading air cargo carrier with various landing points and well-established customers. Obtained public listing on 15 September 2001. Let me check the organization chart. So the chairman is Dato Ibrahim Samad, the CEO, the founder of course, Mr. Lim Lun Sim, the executive director, Mr. Ali bin Ahmad, and CFO, Mr. Loh Bun Hua. As at today, they have 5 subsidiaries. They are FC Spare Sdn Berhad, Cargo Management Sdn Berhad, FCB SPV Limited Company, Cargo Air Service Sdn Berhad, FC Air Limited Company. Wow, this company is doing great. Starting from Malaysia, now they have landing rights in China, Japan, Thailand, Singapore, India, Indonesia, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Korea, Myanmar, and Cambodia. FCB grew the most between the year 2001 to 2004. In year 2004, the total asset and revenue is about double of year 2001. Next, the list of customers they have, such as Worldwide Express, United Parcel Service, Nationwide Express, CityLink, Bags Global, and Nippon Express are surely well established. So what is the problem with this company? It really does seem it's growing? Let me check their financials. From year 2001 to 2004, annual increment for net profit is around 50%, but year 2005, increment is near to 100%. Last part, their board of director and audit committee seems to have too much non-independent or non-executive directors. And something I realized, Mr. Ali bin Ahmad does hold a lot of roles in the company. He is the non-independent executive director. Besides that, he is also the member of audit committee and employee share option scheme committee. He is definitely a superman.
Hey Chua, what are you doing here?
Yes, boss. FCB account have many inconsistencies. We need to report out in 2 weeks time.
Yeah, but you already tried, you know?
Yeah, I know, but we need to report out 2 weeks.
Don't worry. We'll discuss tomorrow with our girl team.
Okay.
We'll discuss together.
Okay.
Now let's go back.
Based on our finding on this audit report, we conclude that three main problems. So the first of all is inconsistencies of account. Maybe it could happen fraud. The second one is a problematic in audit committee, and the third one is incompetencies of management.
Is it Purni?
Yes.
Chua, why so many problems?
So what is the cause of this?
Okay, Mr. Chua, please calm down first. I'll explain about the first problem, which is the inconsistencies in the account record. Okay, there might be possible fraud, but based on our findings, fraud can cause from two areas. The first one is unintentionally. It could come from the mistakes done by the employees. Okay, let me explain. This can come from poor bookkeeping because they never follow the 9 accounting principles. One of the problems, such as the loan from the Hong Kong, which should be recorded in creditors, is mistakenly recorded in the debtors. So it can be seen that here there's no proper identification, approved, sorting out, and store in a proper way. Also, there's no proper monitoring. There's lack of monitoring from the management because there are a lot of glaring problems such as no supporting documents for the purchasers, and how can there be purchases of aircraft to automatically offset the debts, the debtors' debts.
Lim, how about the second one? The intentional one?
Okay, I'll explain about the second one. It can come from the intent of deliberately wanting to deceive the management or the public. This one I will explain about the fraud triangles, which is separated into three parts. It can come from due to pressure or incentives. The second one is opportunity. The third one is due to rationalization. Based on our experience, the most popular one is because of pressure maybe from the board of directors. Because of the market condition, you are pressured to show your company's financial stability. You are pressured to show performance to the board of directors. Especially in this case, in the year 2005, we noticed that there's a price hike in field. So maybe you are not making that good of a profit, but your audit committee is pressured to still show a good performance to the board of directors.
Okay, so Mr. Chua and Mr. Tiong, the second condition of the fraud triangle is related to opportunities, which means that maybe in this kind of conditions where the board of directors felt convenient to leave the auditing completely to the internal auditing team, the employees will find a lot of opportunities to commit fraud, and also they might be slacking in their recordings. And the third one,
Lynn, I think I take from here. The third condition of the triangle is referred to rationalization or attitudes. It means they may be justified to achieve earning expectation and maintain as their reputable company. I think so.
Okay, so we have covered that so far. How about the management? I think there is some issues on the management structure.
Yes, that's the thing I would like to explain about the incompetence of management and audit. For audit, according to MCCG requires, audit committee should be non-executive directors. But in current FCB audit committee include a non-independent executive director.
Is that Ali bin Ahmad?
Yes. And another than that, board of directors are not fully compliant because of imbalanced executive and non-executive ratio. You know, FCB have 3 executive directors and 6 non-executive directors.
So what is the possible solution for this? Is that proper bookkeeping?
Yes, generally the transaction need to be identified. Add on, they should apply 9 accounting principles. Last but not least, employee key competency is the key action plan.
How about the fraud?
Okay, so Mr. Teo, actually for the fraud prevention, we have come up with 3 proposed solutions. The first proposal is related to human. For the human aspect, because ultimately is related to the value of the individual himself. So we propose to instill the core values with something we call CARE, C-A-R-E. C refers to compliance, which is compliance to the rule. A refers to accurate, which means that you need to have accurate and precise recording of the records. And R is reliable. For example, if you have debtors with no addresses in the records, how can that be reliable? And E is ethical, which means you need to have the right mindset of morals. Second proposal address the system. So for the system, you need to have an effective control system. The third proposal, which is the final one, which will relate to the management, to manage the entry at the gate when you are hiring new employees. For example, you can first check their core values, their culture, their background, and their ethics before you decided to hire them.
As conclusion, we need to suggest to SCB that need to have a proper bookkeeping and fraud prevention. To improve the effectiveness of the management, the board audit committee should always comply with MCCG. MCCG is required to avoid any biased opinion, and then to establish or reinforce the internal audit department, and then they need to reassess their effectiveness of the management, and then they need to ensure they instill the core CARE value. What is your opinion?
Yes.
In that case, I need to qualify them.
What, Chua? Qualified? Anyway, they are public listed company. Surely they know what they are doing, right? Can we just ask them to amend their errors and unqualify them?
Hi, Mr. Chua. How are you? Let's have a seat first. So, what do you think of our company? I'm sorry to say that I need to submit a qualified audit report to you because your company has so many problems. Firstly, you need to restructure your audit committee, and then you need to improve your effectiveness of your management in your company.
What? What happened in our company?